DC and Marvel should genuinely stop sharing actors. It's making the whole comic universe feel small, in my opinion. I mean, like, do y'all not have any new actors in Hollywood? Two of the biggest comic book studios are and should be going off head to head in a battle for the fans next year. MCU's Fantastic Four versus DCU's Superman Legacy will be in a heated battle next year, with the movie coming out on top, defining the era for their respective studios. This is not new. It's been more apparent in the comics, as well as in 2015 with Batman vs. Superman and Captain America Civil War, with each fan having to choose a side on which is better. I believe it's not wrong to assume fans of Marvel consume DC content and fans of DC consume Marvel content. But some would prefer one over the other, either it being because of the characters, stories being told, or the quality. So if you ask the question, Marvel or DC, to any fan, you will most likely cause hell, with each fan zeroing in on the fault of the opposite studio. But in recent years, in terms of the movies, we've seen multiple actors cross borders between these two studios. So it is my surprise why people don't call out these studios for reusing the same actors from the rivals. There's a rumor going around of Josh Brolin playing Hal Jordan in an upcoming Green Lantern DCU project. The same guy who played Thanos and Cable in Deadpool 2. Kumail Nanjiani is also rumored to be playing Booster Gold, which that is a whole lot to unpack as well. But he did portray a character in Marvel's Eternals. And we also have Henry Cavill in the MCU as a Wolverine variant.
These people, these actors that they're recycling already have a proven track record.
Yeah.
It's kind of like with that whole sequels, reboots, and all of this, and why people are heavily refusing to invest outside of outside of recognizable IPs.
Like I don't know if like I'm making this sound bad, but it's like I want DC actors to be like their own separate actors, and then Marvel actors to be their own separate actors. You know what I mean? Why? Like in the sense of
why the separation? Why the separation?
The separation, like, to distinguish the two. Like, imagine if I'm watching Marvel and then all of a sudden I'm watching DC and the same actor is there. Like, if they got Robert Downey Jr. to play a character in DC, would that be...
I'm going to be very honest now. I'm going to be very honest. And this is something that I kind of forgot that Chris Evans played Johnny Storm. But I feel like it's the same thing with, Chris Evans. Are you telling me that you can't differentiate between Steve Rogers and Johnny Storm?
No, you can. Definitely you can.
Are you telling me you can't differentiate between Johnny Storm and Killmonger?
You can.
Okay, so?
Like in terms of character-wise. But I'm talking like in the meta way where it's like seeing that same actor being recycled in different projects. It's kind of like, okay, you guys are not one of two things. You're not making space for new actors to come on board. Secondly, like...
I don't vibe with that.
You don't vibe with that?
Yeah, I don't vibe with that explanation. It's like you're saying this character can only have one iconic role and that's it. You're done. Get out of here.
As Captain Jean-Luc Picard once said, the line must be drawn here, this far, no farther.
I genuinely feel the best thing for the new DCU James Gunn universe is for there to be a thick, major difference between his universe and the MCU. And for that to happen, in my opinion, is to have few actors jumping from Marvel to DC. People who are currently under hire in the MCU, and to a lesser extent, people who have worked in a Marvel production in the past or early 2000s. It would not hurt to see new faces in this universe. I don't know if what I'm saying is coming from a deep-seated state of over-possessiveness or gatekeeping, or if I'm making a legitimate argument. Seeing Russell Crowe jumping from Man of Steel to Thor: Love and Thunder, then to Kraven the Hunter is very jarring. While checking on Google, here's a list of actors who have crossed over in movies between two studios, and it is quite a long list. An MCU and DCU crossover is more likely nowadays, but there will be an insurmountable amount of problems. One that would appear is actors portraying characters from both sides of the fence.